some point in life, most of us reach a moment when we realize that something needs to change. We may not always know exactly what that change should be, but we can feel that the results we're getting are not aligned with the life we truly want to live. Perhaps you've set goals before and failed to follow through. Perhaps you've watched opportunities pass by because you doubted yourself, hesitated, or convinced yourself that the timing wasn't right. Maybe you've worked hard, invested time and energy into improving your circumstances, and yet still found yourself returning to the same patterns, facing the same frustrations, and wondering why lasting change seems so difficult to achieve. If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. The reality is that most people don't struggle because they lack intelligence, talent, resources, or potential. More often, they struggle because they are operating from a mindset that was shaped years ago by experiences, beliefs, fears, and assumptions they rarely stop to examine. Over time, these mental patterns become so familiar that they begin to feel like facts rather than opinions. The challenge is that we often try to change our results without first changing the thinking that produces those results. We want greater confidence without addressing the beliefs that undermine it. We want success without developing the habits that support it. We want a different future while continuing to think in the same way that created our current circumstances. This book was written to help you break that cycle. Over the next 30 days, you will not be asked to become a different person. Instead, you will learn how to understand yourself more clearly, challenge the assumptions that may be limiting your growth, and develop a mindset that supports the goals and future you want to create. The process is simple, but it requires honesty and commitment. Each chapter represents one day of a 30-day journey. Every day focuses on a specific aspect of personal growth, helping you gradually build a stronger foundation for success, confidence, discipline, and resilience. Rather than overwhelming you with complicated theories or unrealistic promises, this book focuses on practical principles that can be applied immediately to everyday life. The truth is that meaningful transformation rarely happens in a single dramatic moment. More often, it happens through a series of small decisions made consistently over time. The encouraging news is that mindset is not fixed. No matter what experiences you have had in the past, no matter how long you have carried certain fears or doubts, your thinking can evolve. Your habits can change. Your confidence can grow. Your future can look very different from your past. Your mindset influences how you interpret challenges, how you respond to setbacks, and how willing you are to pursue opportunities when they appear. In many ways, your mindset acts as the lens through which you experience every part of your life. The next 30 days are an invitation to invest in yourself in a way that few people ever do. The path ahead will not always be comfortable. Growth rarely is. However, if you are willing to stay committed to the process, you may discover that the greatest barriers to your success were never outside of you. They were simply patterns of thinking that could be changed. And that change begins now.